I will take you into, things that we don't come out. They don't discuss a lot. Now the social media and other media platform them. We get for do with, the chief immigration officer, for example, where, map and money and evidence they show say in less than 2 years, it don't acquire 3 host them inside the United States of America. That now one. Una don't hear about that, una don't see them. What una intend for the under area?
Yes, so we of course can, when we can receive certain intelligence or certain reports, we can decide on intervening. And if at all, when we don't intervene, based on some of the outcomes, then I need to determine how how we even communicate to the public, because these are complex issues then where you not just a grab and you can talk about.
Yes.
It requires a lot and lots of investigations and all. But like I say, why we they emphasize on asset declaration? Why we they talk to public officers then? Because we they encourage them as well for let them comply with declaring assets. Now, one for serve as a shield. Let's say if you declare your asset before you come into public office, and allegations then like this spring up, and we do investigations. The very first thing first we do, we go look na your asset declaration record. If you be declare your assets, you adhere to the statutory provision of declaring your asset 3 months, within 3 months when you enter public service space. We look at waiting you declare, and then we look at you declarations then after that, and then we get biannual after every 2 years if you be comply with them. We look at you emolument, you salary, you remuneration, if then they in tandem with the properties then we will see, as opposed to again waiting we investigate, sometimes based on allegations then, and they inform we on waiting our position on issues and like this. But the catch is, also it become a sword for we. Now, if you not declare your asset, an allegation then this can, we go back, we check the asset declaration record, and we realize, say, somebody where you were quite recusant, whether you be doing deliberately or whether you were more or less just ignorant. And it is no excuse, because some people will say they are not familiar with anti-corruption law, but every public officer should. Then it would be imputed already that the fact that you not declare your assets, it could also be imputed that it's an issue of wealth that cannot be explained. So now the two complex dynamics and then the officials around explaining it. We get one case, we get a matter some 7-8 years ago of somebody who will be the investigate where there were issues and like this. When we go check the asset declaration record, that was some 8 years ago. We realized, say, the person, there was a very big house where it don't complete it, and she was appointed. And when they appoint her, after some time later, I complete the house. But then people then begin say that house was built after she had been appointed. But when we go and check the records, we realize she had declared it. The fact that she had declared it, meaning clearly she had it before she was appointed, because it complied with the provision we say for declare assets within 3 months when you're appointed.
Critical something where it has to deal with. For example, let me take this for example. Yeah. They project this house where they allege saying that Inspector General of Police house na Angola tongue. Yeah, now in this way are the project. So right now, go see them, but salon people go see them actually. So this, for example, let we say Inspector General of Police, before even become Inspector General of Police, it don't they now the salon police for the longest possible time. Law make and fine for them. Law say don't spend 40 years now the salon police. It don't begin build this house. It be just don't lay foundation, and then it don't it don't make roof. Yeah, for the rest of the time we don't deal at the police. But as they make them police, IG, yeah, within 5 months, it completes this house. In salary, you still do for complete a very big house like this, in as much as if you don't declare, say, I get this so, but it's not being complete it. What means say, it don't use other money for actually complete them. Una not investigate and they still?
So now, Sembe Pierre,
Sir,
let make this thing clear.
please
Some
go
of
ahead,
these
sir.
things sometimes knocking data the knowledge of the public.
Okay.
I go reference the Anti-Corruption Commission. Similarly to other government appointments and presidential appointments then. Now, when you are appointed, if you don't in a public service for a very long time, the moment you get an appointment, because certain positions and that higher cadre, the highest cadre, it's a presidential appointment. So when you are appointed, you benefit and everything, they pay you and completely for all of the years then when you don't work. Before you commence your work, when a presidential appointment, a political appointment, I would say. So they will pay you everything. Let's say I have worked for the ACC for 20 years. And let's say, hypothetically, then there are two positions in the ACC where the president they appoint. Then let's say I happen to be appointed now one. For all of the years then
So
where I
let
don't
us say
work at the ACC,
they appoint you as the
I would be
commissioner.
yes. So all of the years, if I don't 20 years at the ACC, I would be paying full all of my benefits before I commence me political appointment in that capacity day. And after every 5 years, if they appoint you and they renew appointment, at the end of your initial appointment, you would be paid. These are statutory provisions. You will be paid. So that now first off, let people and get these things clear. So if you've worked for over 20 years and then pay you, the moment they appoint you somewhere and then pay you that money day, you would have a lot, because maybe you not even be the expect say you would be appointed, you just done the work and hope say when they pay you last benefit for all years that we don't work, you don't reach a certain high managerial or directorate level. You dey expect say when you get that balance, that money they way huge for all the years that we don't work. You go do a lot of investment or whatsoever in them. So let's get down the clear first.
Okay.
So sometimes people are not can understand some of these dynamics, and we can be hasty for say things. And we at the ACC, we are not sensational in the work where we do. We are evidence-based. We investigate. We look into comprehensively and all of the issues there. These are dynamics that sometimes people are not can be familiar with. Others they really can be familiar with them. But sometimes because they want direct conversations for fitting certain capital where they want build, sometimes they can be disingenuous for give a wrong information to the public. But these are the issues then. And we investigations can be comprehensive. So let we understand and they were unexplained wealth as something we're very critical in we work where we do. It's something that we talk about every day.
Okay.
In we articles there. I have written articles on issues there around this. It's very complex and we don't do a lot of interventions in her. And in areas then where we get intelligence, in areas then where we get reports, we always can intervene. And if you observe, the manner in which people are complying now with asset declaration, we've never seen that. Maybe for this week or next week, we'll have an infographics where we release on the asset declaration pattern.
So going back to the first question where I ask you about the unexplained wealth. Now you don't hear this. Let me say you not be hearing about it. The chief immigration officer and in 3 houses them where they allege say it gets now the US and they buy them in less than 2 years. So even if they pay them all of in benefits, put together plus waiting the rights now $2 million and not go able for afford that one day. So waiting you think say una can do with regards then kind of thing there, una go look into them or una go just regard them as just mere opinion from the public?
Yes, we don't regard things as mere opinion. For whatever information that we get, they try to authenticate the veracity of the information, and it can inform we on waiting our next line of actions there. We battery of investigators them. They're always they alert on every single information where we get. We report center and we complaint review committee. A makeup of different personnel them within the different directorates and at the ACC. Then they sit down at least twice every week. They look at every piece of information we can to read, then sieve those information and then direct. And so we they work tirelessly around the clock. All of the issues there.
How
But
long
again,
how long una can take for actually start, or when una don't begin una don't hear kind of things there, how long it can take before una finally come for understand, say this thing happen or it not happen, or come back to the public and say, okay, we don't choose for investigate this, or this not worth for the we investigate at all. How long it can take?
So by policy, we get a standard 90 days period.
Okay.
By policy, at the ACC, we get a standard 90 days period where we can take. But beyond that, we get certain complex matters then we can go beyond that 90 days period, because sometimes some matters they will investigate, it can require with personnel for travel to a certain distance, even sometimes out of the country for go. Because when you go to court, any shred of doubt, we know the burden of proof in criminal matters and like this is very high. Any shred of doubt will be tossed or will tilted in favor of the accused persons. So we get that 90 days period, but sometimes we can go well and beyond that 90 days period. For there, we ensure say if we reach the threshold, we say, okay, this is something where we charge in a court, and we don't charge several, if not hundreds of matters them. I mean, hundreds of matters they will investigate within the last 5-6 years. Then we don't take actions in them. We they get them every now and then.
All right. So
huge
if
number of them.
If we take,
that's determine that.
If we take like 90 days for in some cases, and some cases them we go way above like how many? Like 6 months, like 1 year.
I mean, I'm not going to specify way above like 6 months or 1 year. Well, waiting we can do, we can try as much as we can for be speedy in we investigations, but investigating things. Not every time evidences can be easily reached. So sometimes we have to be tactful, we have to be careful, because there are times then in investigating certain matters then, if you not take time, certain things then where you need, you will not be able to get them. So now we not to always take time and inform the public about things.
Okay, so I'll ask you
are complex.
One more question before we bring inside Legendary. Now we don't talk about the IG. We don't talk about the Chief Immigration Officer. Let's talk about the Anti-Corruption Commissioner. Another allegation, they're against them again from the public, and evidence them with documents and with somebody where alleged say, now get the oath outside the Anti-Corruption Commissioner they begin pay and not complete for pay. The public they look say, okay, the Anti-Corruption Commissioner for the leave. By example, una don't hear about this particular issue, or una they look into that as well, or no?
So, Sembe Pierre, few things then we make known here.
Please make a look. Understand.
The commissioner of the ACC, na a man we're very grounded in the law.
Okay.
He has been a lawyer for the longest of time, and not just a lawyer, but an exceptional one.
Okay.
He know waiting at the permutations them of acquiring properties and etc. etc. But beyond that, he's a man with an unmatched and unquestionable probity.
Okay, we get that. So the question again, where we ask, this is not the allegation against them. Anti-corruption. This is not about the individual in what he don't do it. This is not about this allegation against them. Una they look into them or in just the Anti-Corruption Commissioner.
I mean, we look into every single matter.
So una don't hear about this particular issue now.
So that's the thing. Of course, we see all of those things na social media and all, but now the first clarity then this where they begin.
Yeah. So you know go defend them. You know go defend them and tell you about how unique it be. Where would they talk about investigation? So if you don't defend that, you don't tell about how unique it be. How you go able for investigate this person where you don't praise this kind of way.
No. The first thing why I mentioned Andy, now for little first off understand that's not person where he knows and understand the law. That is no defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he knows and understands.
Not to defense. But now the question again back to you. The question back to you. Una don't watch into this matter, at least for clear the name of the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, because una not say anything about him, or because na social media now that make una not actually take him up seriously.
We see things on social media, and social media thinks then, rightfully so, inform waiting with the look at the ACC internally. Yes, I mean, it's very instructive. But not to every single thing where we they seen on social media, they require we immediate response. They require we immediate response. So there are matters then we look into, and we look into every single one of them. Of course, the commissioner in image and everything, it is very important too, because now in the lead the fight, and he's one person where he is uncompromising. When it comes to doing the right thing, he's very uncompromising. So we look into these things, and when need be, we definitely come and make responses. But the assurance where they give, yes, we would see the social media, it's an open space. People will say things here and there and all. But all of those things, then some people immediately they see something on social media, they take it hook, line, and sinker. Or they have some people then for different reasons, because of directing a conversation for building a certain capital.
So now, because of this, make we ask the question. Now, as we talk, people then they see property of Mr. Francis Ben Kelfala, situated at number 33 Lawrence Street, Goderich, then the boundary and all of this thing. This is a very huge land where they talk about. So the question now, when I don't open investigation into this, when I don't try for assess this particular allegation, when I don't try for see, also in as much as you don't tell we say Francis now this kind of unique guy with lawyer with law experience, he know the law, he grounded and all of this thing. But this thing again, nothing way na public interest. The public interest not can be correct, but una don't look into them, una don't decide for watch into all of this thing. The lawyer way come between Francis Ben Kelfala and the person will sell them. The person will say it is sell the land. Francis will buy the land. Una don't come into this, at least for let una come out again and tell the public say, now this we find out too. That part will say sell give Francis, now lie. They be don't pay all of the money. The lawyer be don't take the money, now the evidence this. Una don't look into all of this, at least for clear the doubt from the public.
So now, when you read all of the allegations there, it speaks to a certain individual and the legal person within between in this entire said transaction. Yeah, yes, that is exactly what it speaks to. And we are guided by the Anti-Corruption Act, where in scope, something where people then should know, because it's available to everybody. When we know the acts, we get issues or areas then where we can intervene in contracts and between certain parties. Then because in law we get away to cooperativity of contract. You understand? But beyond that, for the commissioner specifically, and something we get to do with in said lawyer way, also get to do with this said individuals there as the allegation to go unverified. It's something we at the ACC level, we look around, we look through. For me particularly at the public relations level, we pay attention to some of these things then, and when need be, if at all, we'll come out and clarify, but not every single thing
as of now, need not there for Leona clarify anything.
No, at this point, there is nothing there we get for do with allegation like that or any other one we would have to respond to. But at every point that
we did talk about the person where they in charge of the anti-craft movement, commission at the country. Now they talk about so whatever information, whatever allegation, small allegation, not there against them at all. So is it that because now una boss, una no, they overlook them, or because na in the man where they instruct they drive the old vehicle, so now like any outside car gonna do where they go. He always right at every point.
So the commissioner here and the other individuals then get legal personnel then where they between then said contract and all. You understand? And the avenues then for reach out in matters and like this. It's very simple. So if those avenues have been explored, waiting at the outcome, let it be known. But if those avenues are yet to be explored, you don't go to social media and start spewing things and requiring us for come back and immediately can respond to a business transaction where go between certain parties. Then the commissioner, he knows how exactly the law prescribes in
Okay,
certain
so
things
the
like
last
that.
question
Because
I
they
will
have
ask you
practiced
for
it
now.
for the longest of time.
Now, the last question I will ask you for now before I go to Legendary, this na case for anti-corruption or not?
Well, I mean, broadly, matters then we get for do it, individuals then in contracts, not to something we get for do it, waiting defined in the Anti-Corruption Act. But there are areas then we could attract the attention. But at this point, there is no such we get for do with this matter.
All right.
So let me get down there. But
the
before you go
anti-corruption
to
commissioner in salary, not to private something, not to something with a secret entity.
I mean, he's a public officer like any other person.
How much can they pay him per month?
Being paid from the consolidated
How
fund.
much can they pay him for month?
That is an information that I would have to
Now
go back
classified
and
information that?
No, I mean it's available. I am not
Alex,
privileged.
You not the communication somebody, you go out for inform people them. So at any point you forget any information where people you want for.
At any point you forget. It's not about any.
Okay, I agree. I take that back. But in salary, they within the range of 40 to 50 million leons.
Fair and Squire are not in pay attention to individuals than remuneration. I don't pay attention.
You're not just individual within the Anti-Corruption Commission. In the senior man inside the ACC, when me say even when they get in contracting in the public. Now just question
and that is exactly my point. Sometimes we can be interested in some things, then but for me, I don't feel like say it's something way so much important for pay attention. For me, I don't feel like say people's salary where they get and all, except if need be within the cause of me.
Because I didn't need with the time for establishing this case. Yeah, if we know so in salary, then we can ask you another question.
If need be within the cause of me work, whether matters investigations or whatsoever, if need be within the cause of me. But I mean, I can maybe if you permit me respond.
Please go ahead. Few quick one before we go to Legendary.
Yes, where Legendary mentioned. So Legendary mentioned say government not able for tackle corruption. Now areas and the way have been noted down. I don't know how or why somebody at Legendary, where I believe say should be well informed, would say such a thing, that government not able to tackle corruption, or from which angle. Look at everything where we don't do so far. You might not like the commissioner for whatsoever reason, or you might have your other reasons, but there are things that are undisputable. When Francis Benkefala was appointed, he make a known say they make.
Alex, did you do it? It look like say this AI anything you want clear the internet to give you. You did it? Brain, you did it? He actually did with we. In mic no mutes and all, but the internet don't get wala again. Okay, so if he come back, we will give him chance. But let's come to Legendary. Legendary, we don't talk CAM, we don't talk about the chief immigration officer, we don't talk about the Saloon Police Inspector General. We don't end to the Anti-Corruption Commissioner. And you don't listen, okay, Alex don't go out, the internet don't take him out of the program. But he will come back just now. So what do you think about, what do you hear from Alex in response to all of the three, concerns there from the public?
It's laughable to say the least, to be honest with you, because even at inclusive submission, to some extent, he was going personal, that whether no and I'm not going to dwell into that because we not get nothing in common, to be honest, for make a lack or hate or whatever. We're talking about the issues, and the issues are bigger than what you can imagine, because this is about the poor people in a Kailaun, the poor people in a Bont, the poor people in a Shegwema, the poor people in a Putzloko. These are the issues we are talking about, not so child's play. It's not about me or you. It is about the nation. It is about our country. We are all doing our job to make sure that we country able develop and people are able to enjoy a better standard of living where they all deserve. So now coming to the point, you ask a question first and foremost about whether those issues of unexplained wealth we don't come up if then go investigate them. They're not able to provide a clear answer to that. And that, to me, is even a violation of the ethical principles of the Anti-Corruption Commission, because number one thing,
waiting there against the ethical principle, what they talk about?
Like, because one of the things, the Anti-Corruption Commission, they deal with three-pronged approach, where the number one thing are prevention, corruption prevention. Now, you don't really say they are unexplained wealth for those two ministers or immigration boss. I think the role of the ACC now is to intervene into that, investigate those issues, make sure that, because any time where there are issues, then they come up, there is reality behind that. So if they fail to do their job, and it's been like more than a month or so, then they don't violate the ethical principles first way, will not go to the fact of controlling corruption. We are still at the first page when are preventing, they're not able to do anything towards that. So that alone then violates their own principles. Then secondly, the issue of the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, him involving in this or embroiled in this brouhaha of house being stolen from an old person or not, up till now, a statement hasn't come from him. Why is he silent about that? Why is he not able to come up, or people are not able to investigate into that issue? Because firstly, he should be the leader of all of these things, as I don't explained previously. And now it's undefendable. Even when you ask him, he's kind of bringing other things that do not make sense. So these are some of the issues we're really concerning about the plight of Sierra Leoneans. If you're not able to lead by example, then also you ask them, if you are working in the Anti-Corruption Commission, you for no firstly waiting at the salary. How can you publicly, you're not even able to know how much then they pay the commissioner? When, like you clearly said, it's not a private issue. It's not a personal, it's a public, he's a public official. Even all of them, even him. If we ask now, if we're able to provide, if he's transparent, if he's accountable, because transparency, accountability, these are two cornerstones of a pillar in a democracy. Now, he's not accountable, he's not transparent. So obviously, look at the kind of people that we put at places of, places of responsibility where people and they look at. So these are really concerning issues. Then now, let's go to the other issue, this assets declaration issue. Now, myself, they ask you, law play the devil's advocate game. Do you believe that the head of Anti-Corruption Commission declare an asset before he take office? And they ask you now, Mr.
If I believe so?
Yes, or if he did.
Yes, by law, yes, I believe so.
He did. He declared his assets. You sure say in declaring assets?
Well, I'm not going for sure, but it's supposed
exactly.
to be
you don't even have evidence towards that, and this should be public things, because that is what is supposed to have been done to declare your assets. Because even you don't make now a comparison, say even because in one example where in Bidegi was that you benefit over years, then pay you, because I only know say that the papers in benefits upon retirement age, when you don't retire, then go able to pay you all your pension and benefits and the rest of. So if you accumulate such wealth within a short period of time of you being appointed, then you say they pay you your benefits and the rest of it, so they cannot investigate that. That again does not send a clear signal to the people of Sierra Leone. So waiting me, the bottom line of all this is that for our nation for go forward, because not only for talk about the problems, if you cannot provide or provide a solution towards how these issues can be resolved. I believe still the Anti-Corruption Commission not let it for change a direction, for change course, because these are young people who get a lot for offer in the country. If they don't give them the responsibility, they don't give them the opportunity for me they're able to serve the nation, and they're not able to do that. And I believe the time still there. I believe them for take the other way around, for try for make sure say then do the correct thing for make the country go before. Because at the end of the day, it is not about what the country can do for you. The country don't do a lot for them. It is what you can do for your country. And this is not forthcoming as far as we can see. A lot of things then they go on where they make even how long you see business opportunities, them investors, they are not going to Sierra Leone. Because even a journalist, you go make a little documentary, then therefore arrest you and lock you up because of fear. Waiting and the fear, waiting and the
So
hide.
this is another discussion for another day. Okay, so
Yes.
let me come for wrap up the program quickly. With waiting we feel say go be the way forward, because anytime when we talk about problem, we get to find the solution to all of them problem there. So let me ask you, Alex. We don't talk go, we don't talk come. You there with me, Alex? You might mute, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So we don't talk go, don't talk come.
Yes.
Yes. So the internet, they really give you a that. So what do you feel say now the best way forward with regards the fight against corruption inside the country?
The best way forward, I think, sometime last year, after we don't successfully implement like a plan, when like a roadmap for fight corruption, we be inform all of the many successes, the unprecedented gains that we will make as a country. So we similarly launch the next 5 years plan. And part of the way forward fighting corruption, we did another document say, now for pay more credence to preventing corruption, because in the previous plan, enforcement. See how we get with Scorpion, we provide more to the investigations team with prosecution and all of the incredible feats that we are able to accomplish, including the special division of the High Court, toughen the anti-corruption laws there and all. So now in prevention, we need for prevent corruption more. And then define we next 5 years plan. We also get for use technology more in addressing issues of corruption. We see even issues like the Expo Bank matters there and others then we thankfully so we'll be for intervene and we'll be for rescue the state from losing huge amounts of money, billions of money that could have gone unaccounted for with technology, because His Excellency the President be sound even when we do nationwide consultation in crafting that strategy, will be ultimately reach out to them. So all of that they get for one part of which we get for do for the next years. But even with the conversation specifically with international, it also get for the emphasis on countries them for take steps there or measures them for able for use effect policies them or make climate issues them in a way fighting corruption. So we take all of that in quite of everybody, including my brother here. He can be a very fine anti-graft fighter by ensuring that he take the anti-corruption messages, the right messages them for people able to understand. Because if the government don't try, this then we don't put in place prevention, we don't see how public education, with public post of Sierra Leone, where anti-corruption discourse don't take the center stage like how we don't take them now. And public, we don't see systems review in the government agencies. They don't carry out a number of systems and processes review. Almost 15 to 20 within the past few years then in government agencies, they make recommendations them for tackle corruption deficient institutions where before this time was inefficient, was ineffective, We don't toughen them and people and now they comply. The one that we fail for comply for the very first time in the history of Ireland, we don't the effect some of the sanctions that the law provide, or we also be done increase. We don't see the investigation. We don't see the matters they will charge in a court. You go now the anti-corruption website now, you see every website almost every day, because we as a commission, every single thing that we up to speed, extent conviction rate, the matters then we don't charge in a court, we don't recover well
Right.
over 60 billion leons. And I make other countries them that they can learn from we. And I make
Alex, you get me?
From them. Yes. You they get me?
Yes. Yeah, I beg, just the last question, because just one last question. This over 60 billion I don't recover. Then be ring fence and for the waiting diagnostic center na Keriton. Waiting the apple down there now. Right. The network no Hollande. Okay, legendary quickly. Waiting that you fitting at the way forward with all of this thing. Legendary, did it?
Yes, I want for make me submissions, but because in the still struggle, so I just want that we get.
Yes, so actually no, do it right now. A day, but the network will get for pull them out again. So let's just wrap up quickly and let we save.
Okay, that's fine. So, firstly, in terms of what we for do as a way for move forward, I go want for use this opportunity for call upon the government or the president or whoever is at the helm of affairs for allow the if you really know say you love your country, you love your people, allow the Anti-Corruption Commission for do a work. If that happen, I believe say the nation will be better. But if we get any political interferences or anything political into this, then I believe say Sierra Leone will really find it hard or continue for change the policies and make sure say the people and get a better life, because the cause of the Anti-Corruption Commission mainly is for prevent another problem for happen, because if high corruption not prevail, then I believe say we will get a better society. But at this moment, there is nothing to write home about, to be honest with you. And also, in terms of addressing the whole scenario, we go look at, let me just imply something where we call the equitable maxims. So equitable maxims now things the way they guide human being, the perception about how for deal with issues. So we have one equitable maxim we apply directly to the Anti-Corruption Commission at this point in time, we then call, he who comes into equity must come with clean hands. What that mean essentially is that when you try for talk, say you want to do something right, if you ask for help about the action of someone, but you've acted wrongly already, then you do not have clean hands. And at this point in time, we get the Anti-Corruption Commissioner involving himself in the Sierra Leone Bar Association, where that everybody knows say all papers are there, all evidence are there, where we get for submit to DFID and those people the way they sponsor Anti-Corruption Commission for consider further for say they are wasting the taxpayers' money of the UK for spend them in something where not they make sense. Not to hate we country. We love our country, but because people they know want, now could they give them the last warning for say una act right. Otherwise, we'll go to where we're supposed to go and report these issues. Secondly, you get this issue of this person, old person who don't work for long, where in host they don't take, and there is no investigation into these issues. There is no clean hand in that. The ACC commissioner cannot speak to me about anything relating to corruption. That's why we even see when the deputy speaker, they tell us if they invite anybody, may they not go there. Indeed, this is the stance, because there is no credibility, there is no integrity, there is no iota of self-respect in this whole situation. Normally, this not for happen. We get the erstwhile anti-corruption commissioner when Mr. Tijan Cole, I think. Him, nobody not get anything for say about that. In fact, he resigned honorably when he faced political pressure.
Yes, he run away.
Yes,
now the guy told and he run away and the pressure because the political pressure will tamper out in work.
Absolutely, and that they show say some people and they get credibility. And again, in this life, you cannot. And
of course, you get Val Collier as well when himself do the same thing. Resign as well.
Absolutely. So you cannot give what you don't have. If you are a greedy person, you can always try for be something. I'm not speaking directly about, but we know the influences the more they draw. Another equitable maximo say, equity delights to do justice and not by halves. Yeah, I see you want for talk. I think you want to stop me.
Yes. We just want for time for wrap up the program now. One for time, plenty. Thank you for your time with we inside the show. Today we don't go way over the time. Way over the time. Thank you very much. Legendary. Brain, you did it. Thank you very much. You get me?
Yes, I get you.
All right. So because of internet, I'll just give 2 minutes for wrap up quick.
Yes. So I think we more or less don't speak on the primary issues. I would just be genuine. Yeah. At least let us speak the truth. We hold them to God and to ourselves. No matter what, at least let us be truthful in waiting what they say, because it gets huge impact in driving certain conversations. And sometimes we not gonna know the implications of those things. If people are doing good, there is nothing wrong by ensuring that you note down the areas where people do good. We as a commission, we're not immune to being criticized. We're open because under the help for better work. But at least it should be from a critical point of view, not from a cynical point of view. And we don't do a lot over the years, and we still poised for continue for doing work as a commission. The commissioner, he's always ready. He gets in compromising posture way. He don't take from the get-go, and he still gets that drive there for Lewi's country. Now, even in go Nigeria, sometime in December, when they make a keynote speaker at the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission program, these are part of the things then. Because in them countries, they so much they admire them. These are countries where they follow, which they do in Sierra Leone. Other countries like Uganda.
Waiting other people they see and admire, and waiting people where they go they see and admire are two different things. So the question, we actually don't end the program.
No,
but just 30 seconds. Before you come in, say Legendary, just to talk about, for example, the bar association where it go take over and they not being get any business for do that one day, as somebody where they in charge of the anti-craft. You according to you, where work with her when are you boss, you will think say that one day na legendary thing that they do, na admirable thing that one day where it been do with regards the bar association election.
In fact, when Legendary be the talk, it talk a lot of things that we bother around the law here and there and all. But on the face of it, he's a paid up member of the bar.
Yes,
so the very fact
but he's not a commissioner for the bar. He's not an electoral commissioner, but he go and they on top the election. Now that's what they ask. Now being correct still on a corrupt thing.
When he goes, yes, this is the point. That's why they make a known force. So, association, in actuality, he is a member of the bar. There is a president there where they're in charge of all of them, where the lawyers them.
Yes, you're right. But so he's not a commissioner for the election.
They unanimously and overwhelmingly say, we want you
No, not all
Francis
unanimously.
Benkefala,
And
Esquire.
no. I disagree with you because huge number of them not been there at the place there, and then you get few number where decide for make them and agree as commissioner for anti-corruption commission. You think say na a very good practice down there on a part of the corrupt thing what they talk about?
So, Pierre,
Sir?
you could disagree.
Okay.
You could disagree to the unanimously way I say. But if you would provide the numbers then, comparatively for sure, saying so unanimously and all, so the one then where you see
Okay,
the
so
pictures.
when you get 150,
So
when you
that
get
is the point.
150 members, not just make them so fine. When you get 150, how much now unanimous?
So, I mean, what you try for driving and just presumptively, we have to speak to fact. But the point here is to at least give me the authority for make mention of that. Now, the fact that then get a process will define how the election for go, and that then get a quorum of individuals then way and say, una for choose the person way for man or steer the election. And like I say, going to the bar, he is Francis Benkefala Esquire.
All right.
And then not only become, I mean, then take him for be the commissioner also of the elections also. And then he doing work as far away. So he might not.
Let me just quickly interrupt.
He might
Let
not
me
have done good work
and intervene
in certain
into the
capacities.
issues them way.
Yeah. Legendary. Maybe that end. If
No,
you
no,
permit
no, no.
me.
I
In
cannot
certain
allow you to
capacities.
be very disingenuous to the people.
No,
of
it's not
Sierra
about
Leone.
disingenuous. I gave you time for talk. So this is something being asked. So allow me
Interjections
that
are allowed.
I mean,
Interjections are allowed for correct.
yeah, but interjection are allowed, but allow me
malfeasance,
land.
you know,
Let make me
and
points.
the
Let not
wrong statements
misconstrue
them,
what you had there
because
for say.
I know
Because
you
this thing
feel
this is very clear. Not to something where I speak to the fact that
you
they
cannot
are.
bite. I know you cannot bite the fingers that feed you, but at the end of the
No,
day, you owe
I
responsibility
am a
to the
public
people of Sierra
officer.
Leone.
I get a
So,
permutation will guide me
so
job. And
at the end of
me
the
work
day,
basically now
you
for
get to say the
enlightening
fact.
people.
In fact,
And so
now
if you
make
get
now
a
we don't
motion
get the
where
Lawyers
very wrong,
Society
it's my
because waiting at the
responsibility here
actions,
to guide
the
you too.
actions of the
And it's a
Anti-Corruption
good thing that
Commissioner
just like
has
how they
been
take the
very
time for
bad
listening to you,
and
that
indecent
makes
to the
you,
extent that
be
now the
respectfully
Bar
listening
Association don't
fine.
break
We could
into
all
two.
disagree to
Now we
agree at the
get
end of the day.
Lawyers Association. We have the Lawyers Association now because of direct consequences of the actions of your boss. Now the Bar Association don't break. We get the Lawyers Society where even they get the AGM on one of these days, maybe tomorrow on Thursday. I think they should be having their AGM because of a action. So now you don't divide the bar of Sierra Leone just
Go
because
there
of
and
its
it doing
actions.
work
So
as
these are the
Francis
issues.
Benkefala
Anyway,
Esquire.
I hope
We
the
don't,
people
I
of
mean,
Sierra Leone
in
will
politics,
understand
we've
what
seen
they
some
talk.
of these things. I run for student union elections and for Abbey College. We know how these things happen. People would always be aggrieved. We've seen these things even from their level and they down to the national constructs. People will be always aggrieved and people then get different things where then go resort to. But it does not in any way mean say
It has nothing to do
go
with
and go
running
perform
for
in role as a
president for
commissioner
student
and
union
he do that
elections. Before
diligently.
you run for student
As Francis
union
Benkefala,
election,
and do so
I
diligently.
was
He
a
not get
minister of
nothing for do
education during
with
student
his
union
work
time. I
as
was a member
commissioner
of
of the
National
ACC,
Union
but
of
he
Sierra
can do
Leone students.
so
So
diligently
that has
and
nothing
he
to
don't
do
perform his job
with what
so
we're
well,
talking about.
whether
You know?
attract
So
every single local international approach.
All right. The internet don't
We
hold on
cannot
there.
argue this thing. That is
Okay.
exactly.
All right. So on that note, I want to tell you plenty thank you for taking time for joining inside the program this morning. Brain Alex and Legendary for taking time for joining at the show this morning. We appreciate so much on our contribution like always, and we always look forward for the decent discussion, the decent debate between on all two or any other person. Thank you very much, and we want for wishing all two a very good day.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and you will take it time for
So
watch you will take it time for watch the program. One for appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. You will like, you will share your comment, and you will just watch the program. Appreciate you so much. Thanks to the producer, we bring this team together for we get this decent discussion this morning. My name is Sembe Pierre, the Freedom Fighter. Until then,